How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to become the most positive version of yourself. If you were someone that wants to be able to handle difficult times, if you want to be able to handle stress, if you want to be able to shift out of negative thinking, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how you become your highest self so that you can handle the difficult things that you're facing. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. All right, well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It can have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I've been thinking about this message a lot. How do we shift? If you are someone that's dealing with a difficult situation, whether it's negativity, pain, hurt, a traumatic event, whatever it is, how do you become positive? Because a lot of us want to feel good. We want to experience life with love, with happiness, with joy, and a light heart. And so we think there must be something that we can do to make that shift. And I do believe that there are steps. We've talked about using gratitude. We've talked about perspective and reflection. And those are tools of how you get there. But a lot of times we don't realize what we're trying to become. You see, if you want to be someone that's happy all the time, that's not the goal. This life, we are meant to experience ups and downs. We are meant to experience hurt, pain, trauma, all of those things. Because our growth comes on the other side of that. If you want to know love, you don't truly know it till you go to a space where it doesn't exist for whatever situation, and you create it within you. Because then you're not only the observer of love, but you're the creator of it. So it's not about not feeling these things. It's about becoming the version of yourself that can feel the difficult things, that can go through the difficult times, observe them, and be one with that pain, feel the hurt, those things, but then see the other side, that can find the growth. When you move into this perspective, and let's call it a positive perspective because of how you're visualizing it. When something happens, whether it's good, bad, whatever event, when it happens, you are allowed to be the observer. You no longer have to be the victim of energy. You can receive it, you can see it, but you can feel it, but you observe it, you understand it, and then you look for something positive, something high, something loving in that experience. And that's what you build within it. You see, gratitude is the tool that will help you stay aligned with the frequency that you desire. Gratitude is not just saying what you're thankful for. That is an excellent step. That's the first step. But if you truly want to change your energy, you practice gratitude when you're going through the difficult thing. So you're going through the hurt, you're feeling that pain, you look at that situation, not from just your point of view. You look at that situation for the entirety of all energy. And one of the easiest ways to find, or at least one of the simplest ways to find something good about a situation, think about this. I say that we are here to be the rising tide. We're here to help, to heal, to help people grow and find the light within them. So how do we do that? If you go through something difficult, maybe it's a struggle with mental health, maybe it's a physical struggle, maybe it's a traumatic relationship, whatever it is, you go through something extremely difficult, you solve that pain within you, you learn, you grow. What do you have at that point to offer someone else? You see, now somebody, a future somebody, when they are struggling with that pain, and now you are living life as the example of someone that can be healed, that can have forgiveness, that can have love, and has gone through the same thing, what do you have that you're able to give to them? You're able to give them a gift. It's a gift that you would like to receive right now. But in this point in your journey, you're here to create an understanding, to build a perspective that then turns into the gift that you give somebody. So whatever it is that you're struggling with right now, that's one perspective of how you practice gratitude. You can see the event, you can start visualizing the future you, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years down the road, living life in forgiveness from the event, healed from the event, powerful from the event, meeting somebody that's really somebody like you now, and being able to offer them the advice, the wisdom, the perspective of what you've gone through. You see, it's not about just feeling good when you want to. That's not how we grow. I don't believe that's the point of this experience. I know we all would love to just think, well, why wasn't I born with the wealthiest, most loving, most supportive parents in the most wealthiest and most supportive area with healthy genetics, with everything perfect, and I was just born, I lived this great life, and I was here for 80, 90 years, and everything was perfect. Like, why wouldn't I ask for that experience? What if you're more than this experience? What if you're an energetic being that wants to grow, that wants to help people heal? If you're listening to this, if you're still tuned in, I believe that there's a part of you that wants the world to be a better place. So if your purpose, if you have something that makes you feel that way, then you wouldn't come here for that life. That doesn't mean if you've had a good life that you can't make a shift, because the hurt, the pain is actually internal. The external circumstances do not dictate how you feel. I've done one-on-ones with people that have a lot of money, successful businesses, and on the inside they're empty. They don't want to be here. They're hurting. And I've done other one-on-ones with people that have nothing and their perspective is good. They do feel positive. They're just looking how to build their career or build their situation, whatever it is they're trying to go from here. So the external circumstances don't dictate it. But if you are someone that has that feeling of, I want to create change, I want to do something good, I want to create a world that's better than the one I'm in right now, then you would come here in a difficult situation. You would put yourself in a path that's going to have hurt and pain, the hurt and pain that you see in the world that you don't want anymore. Because if you want to be the change for it, you have to go into it, and you are an energetic creator. That's what you are. You always create, and we're actually very simple because we just create what it is we focus on. You look at pain, you're going to create more pain. You look at love, you're going to create more love. Like when you use the gratitude to pull that energy within you, or use the negativity to pull that energy within you, whatever you do, you're going to create more of it. So if that's what you are at your core, it makes sense why your life is as it is. Because you're more than the situation. Your current financial status, your current health status, your current friend status, your current social status do not equate to your worth. If this is just an experience, you don't take any of those things with you. The only thing that goes with you is your energy. So I believe the hard life, the difficult thing that you've experienced up until this point, and whatever it is, there's no comparison. One life is not more important than the other. Whatever experience you're having right now, whatever difficulty you're going through, maybe, just maybe, that's the gift that you came here to give the world. It's not the pain part, it's the healing part. How many people do you know that are negative, that are mean, that are all these things that we don't desire, that aren't listening to a positive podcast, that aren't looking for self-growth. You see, not everybody is in the status that you are. Not everybody is starting to tune into a different frequency like you are. That doesn't mean they're bad. Maybe they just need your influence. Maybe your shift is the spark that gets them to shift. So when we start realizing that there's a mission, there's a purpose to our experience, we let go of the idea of, I just want to be happy. I just want to feel good. Because then you realize that's all a perspective. How you feel is how you decide to perceive the situation you're in. And how you truly feel is the energy that you allow to flow through you. Your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you're in a painful situation, you're probably seeing a lot of pain. But when you start practicing that gratitude, when you start accepting that there might be a purpose as to why you're in this difficult situation, and that you might be more than just somebody that's coming from a poor place, somebody that's coming from a hurt place, somebody that's coming from a traumatic place, but somebody that's here to save and bring light into those situations, you're giving yourself the power. You give yourself the power, you realize your higher mission, you start to practice gratitude, you start to find the good, the love, the forgiveness in the situation you're in. Imagine how your internal state's going to be. Imagine the impact that you'll make in your community, to your friends, your family members, as you start walking around as this version that's offering all the healing that you're looking for right now. You are valuable. You are more than somebody that just needs to be happy. You are more than somebody that just needs to feel good. You are a perceiver of situations. You are a creator of energy, and you are here to be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on your situation. Hopefully gave you a little bit of motivation on what can be done if you move forward and pursue this high frequency that you are capable of. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. If you want to join the Positive Mindset Facebook community, we're doing some lives, we're doing some group events. It's really starting to grow. I'm enjoying the conversations that are happening there. There's a link down below for that as well. And if you are someone that's looking for one-on-one coaching, maybe you have something specific that you want to work on, whether it's a long-term goal or something that you're looking for just one session, I have opened up my book for March. So there's a link down below. You can schedule a single session. You can also reach out to me, of course, on Instagram, and we can talk about your situation and see if a coaching session makes sense for you. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.